Hey folks, how you doing? Dave McRae here. First of all, before I get into my huge rant that I need to get off my chest, I want to thank everybody who tuned into the live broadcast, the Halloween broadcast on Halloween night a couple of days ago. I really appreciate it, by the way. It was my first YouTube live video, so I do apologize for any of the hiccups. I think there was a couple of them that happened throughout the broadcast. I do apologize for that. It might have had something to do with being in my basement. Who knows? I do have, pretty substantially powerful high-speed internet, but hey, these things happen, right? Technology. And I also apologize too for it being a little bright. I found that I was a little washed out more than I wanted to be on my phone when I was actually doing the broadcast. It didn't seem that bright, but of course, looking at it when it finally went online afterwards, it was just a little bright, a little more washed out than I wanted it to be. I did have a light off to my left, and of course, the light was reflecting off the lenses in my glasses as well. So I apologize for that. I had to wear my glasses or I wouldn't be able to read the comments. But the next time I do a live broadcast, I think what I'll do is I'll incorporate one of my high-end webcams, and my phone and my monitor, and my mic and all that kind of stuff, and sort of make it a little more appealing to watch that way. But I was sitting in front of my big screen in my basement, so I was just using my phone. But nonetheless, I think it turned out okay. So I really appreciate all of you who tuned in. And again, I apologize for the questions I was unable to get to. It's nothing personal. It's just we had like 85 people in the room at one time, which is totally awesome. I wasn't expecting that. Thanks so much, guys. So we'll definitely do it again. Comment below and let me know if you want me to do it again. Okay, so on with today's video. Well, as usual, I wasn't going to do one today. But I had some time in between voiceover sessions. My next session's not for another hour or so. So I wanted to do a video. And it's a bit of a rant because I'm still getting messages from people wanting to know my thoughts on a couple of things. And the first thing I did address in the YouTube live video, but maybe you guys didn't see it. Maybe you guys didn't watch all the way. Maybe you only watched parts and you didn't hear me talk about this. So I'll briefly touch on this. And the other one, people have just been asking me about, so I'm going to touch on it. But first, let's talk about the promotional image that was released on Halloween of Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers, head to head, lying on the ground. And everybody wants to know, what does it mean? Oh my God, is that the mask they're going to use? Dave, do you think that's the mask they're going to use? Well, look, folks, as you know, okay, if you're not new to my channel, you already know this. If you're new to my channel, I'm going to tell you. Look, I don't bullshit around, okay? I don't toe a party line just for the sake of towing a party line, okay? I give you objective perspective based on my industry experience. I work in the industry, so there's certain things that I may have a leg up on that the average moviegoer may not. That doesn't mean I'm right all the time. Absolutely not. But there's just some insight that I may have about, well, what that probably is or what that means or what they mean when they say that or, well, when a producer does this or says this. Generally speaking, they kind of mean this or, whatever the case is, right? I'm not here to just confirm what you love. If you love Halloween H2O, that's great, but I'm not here to say that I love it too, because I don't, okay? And if you don't like that, I really don't give a fuck, okay? We can, talk about it, we can share our opinions, but I'm not here to just confirm, what you already love, okay? That's not my job, that's not how I see it. So as you know, I'm always going to be honest with you. So people want to know, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this promotional image mean? Dave, do you think that's the mask they're going to use in the new Halloween movie? Maybe. I don't know. If it is, it's probably the best looking Michael Myers mask we've seen since Halloween 2, 1981. Although I'd still think my mask back there, the one I used in The Night He Came Back, the fan film The Night He Came Back, is better. But I can tell you this, maybe, maybe not, I don't know, but I certainly don't want to see it that clearly in the new movie. Like, I get they're showing it because they're trying to get people hyped up for the new film, but that's clear as day. There's a big light on it. We can see it clear as day. We can see the mask just as clearly as we see Laurie Strode's face, Jamie Lee Curtis's face. I don't want to see the mask that clearly. That's what I loved about the original Halloween, John Carpenter's, is that it was always in shadow, there, not there, sort of in the darkness, you know what I mean? And then the first time we see it with any substantial clarity, really, is at the very end of the movie when Tommy says, you can't kill the boogeyman, and then we rack focus from Laurie to Nick Castle at the back of the hallway. That's the first time oh, wow, there it is in real, and even then it's sort of in the darkness and shadow. So if it is, cool, because it's the best looking mask we've seen in, 40 years, but I don't want to see it that clearly in the movie. He's walking around in the daytime or, no, keep it in shadow, which I think they will, which leads me to my next thought, which is this is nothing more than a promotional image. There's nothing to see here. This picture was probably taken 6-7 weeks ago when they first announced that Jamie Lee Curtis was coming back. It's from the same promotional shoot, okay? They didn't just take this image a couple of days ago and post it up online. I can almost guarantee you that. They took this image 2 months ago when they were doing this photo shoot in preparation of the announcement of Jamie Lee Curtis coming back to the franchise, but they just held on to this photo and they decided to release it on Halloween, and that's what Jamie Lee Curtis did. Great. It's just a promotional image. It means nothing. Having her arm, cut up like she did in the first movie doesn't mean that she's going to have her arm cut up in this movie. I mean, maybe she will at some point to draw, a parallel, who knows? But it doesn't mean that. It's just a cute little promotional image to say, Happy Halloween, we're making the movie. Okay? That's all it is. The next thing I want to rant about is people have been asking me, a lot of people actually, have been saying, Danielle Harris posted a tweet, I guess a couple of days ago, of her, Tyler Mane, and is it Taylor Scout Compton, whatever the fuck her name is, Laurie from Rob Zombie's films, and of course Tyler Mane is Michael Myers from Rob Zombie's films, and of course Danielle Harris, I believe, is Annie, right? From I don't think she's Linda, she's Annie, right? From the Rob Zombie films. And on Halloween, Danielle Harris, I believe it was Halloween, tweeted a photo of her, Tyler, and Scout, Taylor, whatever the fuck her name is, all giving the middle finger to the camera. And the tweet said something to the effect of, this is how we all feel about not being in the new Halloween movie. And everybody is taking this literally to mean that they are livid. They are pissed off. They're not in this fucking movie. And fuck you, John Carpenter. Fuck you, Jamie Lee Curtis. Fuck you, Blumhouse. Yeah. Okay. In case you didn't notice, all right, everybody in this photo, okay, is from Rob Zombie's Halloween. This photo was probably taken at a Monster Con or a Horror Con or a Comic Con some time ago, all right, and they're just giving the middle finger to the camera because that's what we do, man. We're cool, we're horror guys. Yeah, fuck you. Whatever the case is, right? The chances of this photo being taken just a couple of days ago, right before Halloween, or even a month ago, okay, and the photographer said something to the effect of, hey, so what do you think about not being in the new Halloween movie? And they're all like, oh yeah, we're fucking pissed. And then they take that photo and Danielle Harris waits a month and decides to post it on Halloween. That probably wasn't the original intention of the photo. It just happened to work well. But even if it was, let's say it was taken a couple of days ago. And let's say that they're giving the middle finger to the camera because the intention of that photo was to show how pissed they are that they're not in the new Halloween film. Do you know what I have to say about that? Get over yourself. You're not in the new Halloween film because it doesn't make fucking sense from a story and narrative perspective, whether you like it or not. Now look, I'm not here to bash Danielle Harris. I'm not here to bash Tyler Mane or bash Taylor Scout Compton, whatever the fuck her name is. But it doesn't make logistical sense to have any of those three in the new Halloween film because that's not the direction they're going in. Look, I understand that you're emotionally attached to these characters. You may be emotionally attached to Danielle Harris and you would love to see her back in a new Halloween film. I understand that. I get it, okay? And if this new Halloween movie was taking place after Halloween 4, okay, if this was going to be sort of, another Halloween 5, because they really fucked up with 5, and it's going to be, sort of a sequel to Halloween 4, or anything in the timeline that would involve, Jamie Lloyd, then you can be pissed. And they decide to cast, Judy Greer as Jamie Lloyd instead. Well, yeah, then you can be pissed. Then you can be like, well, what the fuck? why isn't Danielle Harris playing Jamie Lloyd? Why did you cast Judy Greer? Judy Greer is not playing Jamie Lloyd. So it doesn't make logical fucking sense to have Danielle Harris in the new movie. They don't want a hulking Frankenstein Michael Myers in this new movie. So it doesn't make sense to have Tyler Mane in the film. And of course, we already have Laurie Strode in the movie. It's Jamie Lee Curtis. So it doesn't make fucking sense to have Taylor Scout Compton or whatever the hell her name is in the new movie. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Now, if you want them just in the new movie as other roles, just to pay homage and tribute to their contribution to the Halloween franchise, okay, but that's going to be more confusing than anything else, and that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see Danielle Harris in the new Halloween movie unless she's playing Laurie Strode's daughter, Jamie Lloyd. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see Danielle Harris in the new movie, playing, a cop or, a neighbor or, a clerk at, a convenience store. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to see, for those of you who are huge fans of Tyler Mane's portrayal of Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie films, you don't want to see Tyler Mane in this new movie, playing some clerk or some guy that just walks, in the background just to get them in there to pay homage to their contribution to the franchise, like what they did with the new Ghostbusters film, right? I mean, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson were not playing Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, and Winston Zeddemore in the new Ghostbusters movie. They were just in there to say thanks for your contribution, so we'll throw you a part. Oh, it's kind of cute. Oh, there they are. But in reality, Ghostbusters fans would have loved to have seen them in their actual roles. Well, they couldn't do that because this new Ghostbusters movie takes place in a different sort of universe, right? And then it's kind of like, that's not what you want to see. So all you people out there that are pissed off that Danielle Harris is not playing Laurie Strode's daughter, she can't. Okay? She can't, because that's not the narrative and the story they're telling. Now, whether you like that or not, that's a different discussion. Okay? That's a different discussion. You are more than entitled to be pissed off that they are negating Halloween 2. They're pretending it didn't happen. They're pretending H2O and Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 and Halloween 6 and Resurrection. You can be pissed off about that. I absolutely understand. But the reason they're not in the new movie is because they can't from a logistical story and narrative perspective. It wouldn't make sense. And really, if the only way they're going to be in the movie is to have them as, some other character, I don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. At the end of the day, you don't want to see that. You want to see Danielle Harris as Jamie Lloyd or Jamie, whatever her name would be, because maybe she's married now. That's who you want to see. You don't want her, in there as some, convenience store clerk just to say, oh, there's Danielle Harris. Oh, come on. You know that. So no, Danielle Harris, Josh Hartnett, Taylor Scout Compton, whatever, I think I got, two back to front, and Tyler Mane will not and cannot be in this movie playing the characters they played in the Halloween franchise, because it doesn't make any fucking sense from a story narrative perspective. It's a different timeline they're talking about now. So I know you're emotionally attached to this, but you're gonna have to get over it, because it's not gonna happen. Now, will they end up being in the movie? Well, it's possible. It's possible that David Gordon Green or Danny McBride or Carpenter or Blumhouse could say, hey, why don't you come, and they could pull a Ghostbusters thing. Yeah, it's possible, but I don't want to see that. And be honest with yourself, neither do you. My name's Dave McRae. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on what I had to say, and I will be back soon with another video when something major drops. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/manythingsdavemcrae. McRae is MCRAE. Facebook.com/manythingsdavemcrae. You can follow me there. I try to post on Facebook when I can. And so other than that, I will be back with another video soon when something worthy of talking about drops. You know me, I don't make videos unless I feel I need to rant or unless there's something I want to talk about. So in the meantime, and in between time, I will talk to you guys soon. Cheers.